Welcome to Secrets of USA Coins, the place where hidden treasures of America's rarest coins come alive. Before we dive in, let me ask you a question. What if the small, ordinary-looking coin in your drawer isn't ordinary at all? What if it's a silent fortune waiting to be discovered? A piece of American history worth not just hundreds, not thousands, but enough money to turn your life upside down overnight. Today, we're uncovering the top 6 ultra-rare and most valuable Kennedy half-dollars that exist in today's market. These are not just coins. These are treasures, monuments of history, and keys that can unlock staggering wealth for those lucky enough to hold them. Stay with me, because each coin I'm about to reveal hides a story of rarity, beauty, and a shocking price tag that will leave you speechless. And trust me, I'm not talking fiction here. I'm talking about cold, hard truth, prices that are skyrocketing in today's auctions and pushing collectors into bidding wars like never before. If you're serious about coin collecting, you can't afford to miss even a second of what's coming up. So let's begin with a coin that has stunned experts, shaken auctions, and continues to rise in value every single day. Coin number 1. The year was 1974, just a decade after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The nation was still holding tightly to the memory of a leader whose life was cut short, and the U.S. Mint continued to honor him through one of the most iconic coins ever struck, the Kennedy half-dollar. This particular version, the 1974 without mint mark, has a fascinating story. It was minted in Philadelphia, and unlike coins struck with a D or S, this one carries no letter beneath Kennedy's bust. That alone sets it apart, but what truly elevates it into the world of rarity is its condition and the survival rate of high-quality examples. The composition is 75% copper and 25% nickel, layered over a pure copper core. On the obverse, you see Kennedy's bold profile, a design by Gilroy Roberts that captures both the strength and dignity of the president. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's powerful heraldic eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing America's power and peace. This combination has made the Kennedy half-dollar one of the most recognizable U.S. coins of all time. But here's the suspense. While millions were struck, very few have survived in very fine condition, free from heavy circulation damage. Collectors hunt for these pristine survivors like explorers hunting for lost treasure. Each one found is a reminder of how rare unspoiled beauty can be, even in a coin that once seemed so common. The unique features that stand out in this 1974 no-mint mark include its sharp strike, the strong details in Kennedy's hair, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. When those details are clear and undisturbed by wear, you're holding something extraordinary, something auction houses know will trigger a storm of bidding. Now let's talk about its demand. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark is not just desired, it's aggressively pursued. Collectors are drawn to it because it embodies rarity wrapped in history. Every serious coin hunter dreams of landing one in very fine condition. The competition for these coins has driven prices higher and higher, with no signs of slowing down. And this is where things get exciting. The coin in very fine condition has reached a market value today of an absolutely shocking $155,000. Yes, you heard me right. $155,000 for a half-dollar that once jingled in pockets just like any other piece of change. That is not a myth, not an exaggeration, but the very real value in today's auction market. Owning this coin is like holding a golden key to a vault of fortune. It is nothing less than a big treasure in your pocket. Think about it, $155,000 for one coin. Its value is increasing day by day, and experts believe the future will push it even higher. If you are holding this coin right now, you're sitting on something that can truly make you rich overnight. Don't mistake this for hype. This is the absolute truth backed by the auction market. For collectors, the tip is clear. If you come across this coin, verify its condition carefully. A very fine piece is worth protecting, like a crown jewel. Store it properly, never let it take further wear, and consider professional grading to ensure its true market potential is recognized. And here's the conclusion. The 1974 Kennedy $50 without mint mark is not just money, it's a monument of American history and a treasure chest disguised as a coin. It proves that sometimes the wealthiest treasures are hiding in plain sight. Stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. The next coins I'm about to reveal will shake you even more. And by the end of this video, you'll be left questioning every coin in your collection. Trust me, Secrets of USA Coins delivers faithful, truthful, and fresh updates every single day, so you never miss the chance to uncover life-changing treasures like this. Coin number 2. Now we move back to the very beginning of the Kennedy $50 legacy, the very first year it was ever struck, 1964. This coin isn't just rare, it's historic, emotional, and deeply symbolic. The Kennedy $50 was born out of tragedy, introduced just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination in November 1963. America was grieving, the world was mourning, and the U.S. Mint rushed into action to immortalize Kennedy's image on a coin that would forever keep his memory alive. The 1964 issue was the very first of its kind, struck in an alloy of 90% silver and 10% copper. That's right, unlike later years, the 1964 Kennedy $50 are true silver coins, making them both historically significant and intrinsically valuable. This gives the coin a rich shine and weight that collectors can feel immediately. The obverse carries Gilroy Roberts' noble portrait of Kennedy, and the reverse, by Frank Gasparro, features the proud American eagle, one of the most majestic designs to ever grace U.S. coinage. But what sets this specific coin apart is its unique look, a black layer, a natural toning effect that developed over time. Instead of diminishing its beauty, this mysterious shade enhances its character. It gives the coin a striking appearance, almost like a relic unearthed from a secret vault, untouched for decades. That layer tells a story of age, of authenticity, and of a journey through time. To collectors, these unusual tones transform the coin from common silver into a masterpiece with a unique fingerprint. No two-toned coins are ever identical, and that's why serious buyers are willing to pay fortunes for them. The absence of a mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While millions of Kennedy halves were produced in 1964, most were heavily circulated, melted down for their silver during the spikes in silver prices, or simply worn away through decades of handling. Finding one in fine condition with that breathtaking black layer intact is like uncovering a hidden gem in a sea of ordinary stones. And here's where rarity meets demand. Collectors worldwide chase the 1964 $50 because it's the first of its series, the only one struck in 90% silver for circulation, and a powerful reminder of Kennedy's legacy. Add the black layer to this equation, and suddenly you're not just holding a coin, you're holding an irreplaceable treasure that commands respect at any auction table. Now let's unlock the truth that makes jaws drop. In fine condition, this 1964 Kennedy $50 without mint mark with its black layer and striking beauty, carries a current market value of $175,000. That's right, $175,000 for a coin that once slid across counters in everyday transactions. That number is not just an estimate, it's the reality of today's fiercely competitive auction market. This coin is nothing short of a big treasure, and its value is climbing higher with every passing day. Think about what that means. Every collector who owns one is sitting on wealth disguised as silver. This is not fiction. This is not wishful thinking. This is the truth of today's market. If you own this coin, you are literally holding a fortune that grows more valuable with time. The market is hungry for these rarities, and every year, as supplies vanish and conditions deteriorate, the price tag surges even further. For collectors, here's the tip. Protect this coin as if it were a crown jewel. Do not clean it, do not polish it, and never attempt to alter its natural black layer. That toning is your gold mine. It is what transforms it from valuable into priceless. Store it carefully, consider professional grading, and watch its market value soar. In conclusion, the 1,964 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, with its black layer and fine condition, is more than just money. It's an eternal memorial, a tangible piece of history, and a treasure chest locked in silver. It proves one undeniable fact. The right coin in your hands can be more powerful than a mountain of gold. And remember, this is just the second coin in our countdown. What's coming next will leave you even more shocked. Stay with me, because here on Secrets of USA Coins, I bring you faithful, truthful, and newly updated information every single day, so you never miss the chance to uncover the kind of treasures that can change your life forever. Coin number 3. As we move forward in our journey through America's rarest treasures, we now arrive at a year that might surprise many collectors, 1979. At first glance, the Kennedy half-dollar from this year might not seem like the type of coin that could hold unimaginable wealth. Millions were struck, people used them in everyday circulation, and yet hidden among those millions lies a select few pieces so rare, so well preserved, that they command staggering sums in today's auction market. The 1979 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark hails from the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike the D for Denver or S for San Francisco, this no mint mark issue looks simple and straightforward. But don't be fooled by appearances. Its story is far more captivating than its modest surface suggests. Let's first talk about its composition and design. Like its cousins of the 1970s, the 1979 half-dollar was struck with a copper-nickel-clad composition, layered over a pure copper core. On the obverse, Gilroy Roberts' striking portrait of John F. Kennedy shines with clarity, capturing the dignity and leadership of the president who inspired generations. The reverse, by Frank Gasparo, features the majestic heraldic eagle, wings spread wide, arrows in one talon, and olive branch in the other, representing America's balance of power and peace. But this coin is no ordinary survivor. What makes this particular 1979 no mint mark so thrilling is its condition and beauty. Described as having a beautiful look in very fine condition, it possesses crisp detail across Kennedy's hair, sharp lettering, and a clean, even surface that has stood the test of decades. Coins like this didn't just survive, they defied time itself. While most examples from 1979 suffered years of heavy handling, the rarest few maintained their striking presence, and those are the pieces collectors chase with unrelenting passion. Now let's talk rarity and demand. Why does a 1979 half-dollar in very fine condition stand out? Because so few exist in such preserved form without flaws or wear. Collectors know that when a coin from a heavily circulated year is found in excellent shape, it's not just rare, it's exceptional. Demand for these rare survivors has skyrocketed, with auction houses reporting intense bidding wars every time one surfaces. The beauty, the condition, and the scarcity all combine to create a perfect storm that drives the value into six figures. And here comes the part that makes the heart race. The current market value for this 1979 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, in its beautiful, very fine condition, stands at an incredible $135,000. Yes, $135,000 for a coin that could still pass unnoticed in a handful of change. This is no exaggeration, no fantasy. This is the reality of today's auction market. Owning this coin is like unlocking a treasure chest, one that grows more valuable with every passing year. This is the kind of coin that transforms an ordinary collector into the owner of a true fortune. Its price has been climbing steadily, and experts agree it is only going higher. Don't take this lightly. This coin is nothing less than a big treasure, a silent fortune resting in the palm of your hand. For collectors, here's the tip. If you encounter a 1979 on the Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, examine it carefully. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and that overall beauty that distinguishes the extraordinary from the ordinary. Protect it, grade it, and hold on to it tightly, because its value will only soar higher in the years to come. And here's the conclusion. The 1979 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark proves that even in a year flooded with millions of coins, there are still treasures hiding in plain sight. This coin is not just a piece of money, it's a living relic, a rare jewel that carries the weight of history and the promise of immense wealth. And remember, this is just coin number 3. The next coins in our countdown are even more breathtaking, and by the time we reach the end, you'll be left stunned at the treasures America's half-dollars truly hold. Stick with me here on Secrets of USA Coins, where you'll always find faithful, truthful, and freshly updated information every single day about the rare coins that could change your life forever. Coin number 4. Now we step into the late 1970s, a time when the Kennedy half-dollar was already well established in American life. Millions of these coins flowed from the U.S. Mint each year, exchanged in banks, traded in stores, and tucked away in pockets across the country. But hidden among those countless coins are the rare survivors that defy all odds, the kind of pieces that collectors would move mountains to own. The 1977 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, it might look just like any other half-dollar of the era, but once you look closer, you begin to realize this coin is different. It carries with it a beauty, a preservation, and a story that turns it from ordinary into extraordinary. The coin's composition follows the clad standard introduced in the mid-1970s, copper-nickel layers bonded to a pure copper core. It may not carry silver like the first 1964 issue, but what it lacks in intrinsic metal value, it more than makes up for in rarity and collector demand. On the obverse, Gilroy Roberts' profile of President John F. Kennedy remains strong and bold, while the reverse, by Frank Gasparro, still radiates power with the American eagle, its wings stretched wide over the nation's shield of honor. What makes this coin so captivating, though, is its condition and look. Described as having a beautiful appearance and surviving in very fine condition, it stands out sharply from the millions of coins that suffered heavy wear. The details in Kennedy's hair remain crisp, the eagle's feathers still defined, and the fields of the coin hold an even, attractive surface that elevates it far above the typical examples seen from circulation. This is the kind of preservation that transforms a simple $1/2 into a work of art. But condition alone isn't the full story. Rarity is the heartbeat of this coin. Although Philadelphia produced millions in 1977, only a small fraction survived in collectible quality, free from scratches, blemishes, and dull wear. Each of those survivors is now hunted by collectors who understand just how scarce they are. And when you combine rarity with beauty, you get explosive demand. That demand has created a frenzy in the auction market. Every time a 1977 no-mint mark Kennedy $1/2 in very fine condition appears, it sparks bidding wars that drive prices into the stratosphere. Collectors know that owning one of these isn't just a purchase, it's a victory, a claim to something few others will ever hold. And here is the jaw-dropping truth. The current market value of the 1977 Kennedy $1/2 without mint mark, in its beautiful, very fine condition, is an astounding $140,000. Yes, $140,000 for one coin that once traveled through hands like ordinary change. This number is no guess, no fairy tale. It is the reality of today's auction market. This coin is nothing less than a big treasure in your hand, a fortune disguised in copper and nickel. Its value isn't just stable, it's growing, day by day. Collectors, investors, and historians are all chasing after these rarities, and as the years pass, fewer and fewer survive in conditions this fine. Owning this coin means holding a wealth that appreciates in silence, a treasure that only increases as time marches on. For collectors, here's the tip. When searching for a 1977 Kennedy $1/2, inspect carefully. The beauty lies in the detail, the sharp lines of Kennedy's portrait, the clarity of the eagle, the absence of deep scratches. If you find one that shines with this kind of quality, protect it fiercely. Have it graded, store it properly, and understand that you're holding far more than just a coin. You're holding a piece of treasure history. In conclusion, the 1977 Kennedy $1/2 without mint mark is living proof that wealth can hide in the simplest of forms. It's not just a $1/2, it's a monument, a relic, and a treasure chest waiting to be unlocked. Its $140,000 price tag is not the ceiling, but the beginning of a journey that will only grow richer with time. And remember, this is only the fourth coin. What waits ahead in the final two will send shockwaves through your imagination. Stay with me here on Secrets of USA Coins, where every day I bring you faithful, truthful, and fresh updates about the coins that can turn pockets into treasure vaults and collections into fortunes. Coin number 5. As we continue deeper into the world of Kennedy $1/2 treasures, we arrive at a coin that doesn't just represent money, it represents the very soul of America. The year was 1976, a year of fireworks, parades, and national pride. The United States was celebrating its 200th anniversary of independence, and the U.S. Mint honored the moment with a breathtaking redesign of the Kennedy $1/2. This coin, the 1976 Kennedy $1/2 without mint mark, stands apart from all others. It was minted in Philadelphia to commemorate 2 centuries since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. For this one special year, the reverse of the $1/2 was transformed. Instead of the usual heraldic eagle, Frank Gasparo's design was replaced with a magnificent depiction by Seth Huntington, a view of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the very building where freedom was declared. The words 200 years of freedom seemed to echo through its bricks. The obverse still carried Gilroy Roberts' proud portrait of John F. Kennedy, linking America's fight for independence to the legacy of a modern leader. The composition followed the copper-nickel-clad standard, but some special versions were struck in 40% silver. Yet even in clad, the 1976 half-dollar became a national symbol, a circulating reminder of the bicentennial spirit. Millions were minted, yes, but hidden in the shadows are the rare survivors that emerged in pristine form. And among them, one coin stands tall, the no-mint mark Philadelphia issue, preserved in very fine condition with a beautiful look that instantly commands attention. Now let's talk about what makes this coin unique. First, the design itself only existed in 1975 to 1976, making it a one-year special issue. Second, the absence of a mint mark ties it directly to the Philadelphia Mint, and while many were produced, almost all were lost to circulation, beaten and battered through decades of use. A survivor with its beauty intact, sharp details of Kennedy's profile, the fine lines of Independence Hall still crisp, is a true prize. Collectors don't just see this as a coin, they see it as a national treasure. It's a piece of the bicentennial celebration, a physical connection to America's 200 years of freedom. The demand for this coin in top condition has exploded because collectors know that once these rare survivors are locked away, they almost never return to the market. And here's the truth that makes hearts race. The current market value of this 1976 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark in its beautiful, very fine condition stands at an astonishing $147,500. Yes, nearly $150,000 for a coin that once passed through hands during parades, festivals, and fireworks shows of the bicentennial year. That is not myth. That is not hype. This is the very real, very current reality of today's auction market. Owning this coin is like holding a piece of America's very heart. It is nothing less than a big treasure, a fortune, dressed in copper and nickel, and its value is only climbing higher. Each passing year pushes the price up, as collectors scramble to secure their piece of history before it's gone forever. For collectors, here's the tip. If you find a 1976 half-dollar without mint mark that looks better than the rest, sharp lettering, clear details of Independence Hall, and strong portrait features, don't dismiss it as just another bicentennial coin. It could be the treasure you've been searching for. Protect it, grade it, and hold it close, because its value will only grow as time continues to march forward. In conclusion, the 1976 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark is not just money. It's a monument, a national keepsake, and a hidden fortune. With a current market value of $147,500, it proves that America's spirit of independence lives on not only in history books, but also in the treasures collectors hold in their hands. And remember, this is only coin number 5. The final coin in our countdown will leave you shocked, amazed, and perhaps even questioning what hidden treasures might be waiting in your very own home. Stay tuned, because Secrets of USA Coins is here every day with faithful, truthful, and fresh updates about the rare coins that can change your life forever. Coin number 6. Now buckle up, because the 6th treasure on this list will leave you stunned. Imagine holding in your hand a Kennedy half-dollar from 1978, struck without a mint mark. At first glance, you notice something unique. Brown spots across its surface, yet somehow they only add to its charm. The coin carries a beautiful look and has survived in very fine condition, a true mark of rarity for a piece this old. The 1978 Kennedy half-dollar is not your everyday find. Most of these coins were minted in large numbers, but very few survived the decades without being heavily worn down or damaged. This one, however, has kept its character intact, making it a collector's dream. And here's where it gets truly exciting. The current market value of this coin is estimated at a jaw-dropping $180,000. Yes, that's right. A single $half that could easily pass unnoticed in circulation is actually worth a small fortune today. Collectors prize it not just for its age or condition, but also for the combination of rarity and visual appeal. The distinctive look of the coin sets it apart from the rest. This is the kind of discovery that makes coin hunting so electrifying. The possibility that a piece of history, overlooked by many, could hold life-changing value. So, if you ever come across a 1978 Kennedy $half without a mint mark, especially one with those unmistakable brown spots and preserved beauty, know this: you may be holding a rare gem worth $180,000. And there you have it, 6 Kennedy $half that prove coin collecting is more than a hobby. It's a treasure hunt. These coins, once worth just 50 cents, now carry values that could change someone's life forever. So next time you come across a $1/2, take a closer look, because history, rarity, and fortune might be hiding right there in the palm of your hand.